Hi guys, hi world, hi everybody. Ni hao, hao. I'm trying to speak Chinese. Hi everybody, hi world. I'm Ikwa and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to be part of this wonderful family. So on today's episode of Ikwa's World, we want to talk about standing firm in the midst of crisis. And if you're a Ghanaian, you would know that the economy has been really hard since last year through till now. And so we want to talk about this, standing firm as a Christian, holding on to your belief as a Christian, holding on to the word of God as a Christian. So if you want to know more about this, stay tuned. First of all, we would want to talk about why people fall in difficult times. Why people fall in difficult times. So as usual, we have our two guests here with us. On my left, we have Andy, and then on my right, we have Deacon Dr. Emmanuel Kwejo we have him here with us. So we first want to talk about why people fall in hard times. Why people fall in hard times. So who would want to start?
Okay, so choose. All right, so I think just as it goes, hard times, things are hard.
Yeah.
So it takes people that are really grounded to stand firm. So if you are not well rooted in something that you believe in, definitely you will fall. Whether a Christian or a non-believer, you will definitely fall in hard times. So I believe some of the things that leads to these things is the people that are around us, the kind of people around us, the kind of communication that is being passed on, the things we see them doing. You realize that things are very hard, but people are still having fun. They are chilling. We are all complaining about fuel prices, but somebody is always in the air-conditioned car and they are enjoying. So some of these things, you questioned your belief system and what is happening? So I believe some of these things lead to that.
Influence. Andy?
Yeah, so just like he said, majority of it has to do with influence. So you should seek to it that you are not influenced that much. And then you keep focus. Yeah. So just like he said, the kind of society around you, iron sharpens iron. So I think you have to give a lot of attention to the kind of society that's around you, the kind of words they say, and the kind of things they push you into. That's very important.
Because most of us, you see, the makeup of our lifestyle is really about 30% from home, 30 from school, and 40 from the circle of people around us. So when you are adding all of them, you realize that the society is really having an influence in us. So if all these things are not saying good things about us, they are pushing you to do otherwise, definitely you fall. I remember an area in Kumasi where some mothers were even asking their children, your friend just came with a car, so what are you doing? You see, some of these comments will come and definitely you fall.
Where's your car?
I don't have a car. I don't have a car.
In due time, you get a car.
Yeah, sure.
Get a car next month.
Next month is too far.
Hey, next week.
Next week, sure. So you see, just like he said, majority of it has to do with the influence and sometimes our parents too.
Dear parents.
Yeah, sometimes the parents too. And it also depends on the kind of parents you have. Yeah. So,
but don't you think the individual too is bad?
Yes.
Because I think you either accept or not accept whatever that comes your way.
That is easy. With some discussions that we've had in church and other places, the other time Paul was comparing the Thessalonica to the Berean. You see, and with them they were grounded. So whenever they receive anything, they have to go back to their root and search and see if what you are giving to them is what they know already. So personally, if you don't have certain fundamentals, if you don't have certain structures around you, anything can easily get into your life.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. So then, how, like, what are the things Christians should hold on to in these hard times? Promises maybe God has made, we are supposed to always have them in mind whenever we go through hard times.
Yeah, you see, when you read Isaiah chapter 45, verse 1 to 3, trying to paraphrase, God now talking to the anointed that he has called the anointed and you go before them. Levels that are higher, you break them down. Irons, but doors that are made of irons and these, you break them into pieces and give them treasures that are hidden in the secret places for them to know that he is the God that has called them. When you read the account of Isaiah 41 verse 10, now God is saying that fear not, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed. God is giving you these promises knowing that he is God. So if you're a believer, you should hold on to these words. And truly, people that have hold on to words like this from God, these are promises. And when you hold on to it, definitely he will come through for us.
And once he has promised, he's going to deliver, no matter how long it's going to be. Matthew says, I'll be with you always, even to the end of the ages. So no matter how long it's going to take, number of years, maybe it's going to take 10 years, 20 years, whatever it is, he is going to definitely show himself.
Well, real. Okay, so you see, when in the book of Numbers, when the Israelites were wandering in the land, they oftentimes looked up to Moses, but Moses wanted them to look up to God. So sometimes it depends on your personal conviction. Your personal revelation of things or issues matters most. So in hard times like this, we should seek God more, because you see, this is part of the persecution of the church. Yeah, it's part of the persecution of the church. You see, when the chairman of the Church of Pentecost went to the Galamsey site, when he went there, they went there actually to look at the site and then pray. But you see, people started bringing it on social media that chairman has gone there to pray for the water to turn into
is it the media?
So
the media is always like that.
The media too is also,
and you see how bad news travels that fast.
Yeah.
For example,
good news doesn't travel.
Good news doesn't travel fast. Yeah. Example, the Church of Pentecost taxi driver who returned that money, that amount of money. That news,
I think for the sake of the people who don't know the full story about the taxi driver, I think she give us a story. Only give us a story.
Okay, so the man was a taxi driver, and then I think he picked someone.
A market woman.
Yeah, market woman. And then the market woman left an amount of money which was worth 7,000 Ghana cedis in the car. And then after some few days, it went viral, and then the man...
It wasn't few days. The man returned the money, and the video, someone took a video in the house, and later it was posted after some months, about 3 months.
Okay. And unfortunately, the man returned the money. And so when the man returned the money, initially people started talking. So the Church of Pentecost, people came out to say that the guy was a Church of Pentecost man. Yeah. People started congratulating him, and then people started giving the Church of Pentecost pressure that, hey, once everybody say, do something for the guy. You see how people all of a sudden, society started giving the church pressure. But you see, the church didn't act on the pressure people were giving, but rather they had to listen to what God was directing them to do. Later on, the church gave him some money. The nation Ghana also supported the guy. Now the church has employed the guy. You understand? So sometimes we need to bridge the gap between hearing God's voice and then acting. And when we do that,
I'm sure the man had waited for long for this kind of breakthrough.
Honestly,
I'm sure.
When he was interviewed, this man was saying that he didn't think of the aftermath, like, oh, somebody's going to reward me.
Yeah, sure.
Because
the video even started trending like months
after
it had happened.
Yeah, because he went to the house with no cameras.
Yeah.
It was somebody in the house that took a video. And it was later that he posted that like he was just trying to praise the man for what he did. And people started people even started insulting the guy that he's foolish. 7,000 is so much money that you return it. And but later when it happened that way, and now people started twisting the whole story that it was planned, The man, you see,
Hey.
yeah.
So you see, when it means that when you stand firm, God has His own way.
Yeah.
Yes, He has His own way of doing.
And
His own
he
thing.
received more than what he
More than
even
what- yeah,
returned.
what he
Yes.
Like, about 100 times
Yeah,
what
because I know the vice president of the country also gave him an amount of 20,000.
20,000.
Yeah, and then some people in
And
the
apart from
church
that,
contributed
he's
to
going
get him
to
a car.
continually enjoy it
Yes.
because there is a kind of reputation
Yes.
it has given him.
He's
now.
always going to be known for
Yes,
that.
there's a
Yes.
kind of reputation that it
the
has
Church
given
of
him.
Yes.
Pentecost man.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Church
So-
of Pentecost taxi driver. Yeah.
Church of Pentecost taxi
That's his
driver.
nickname, yeah.
Oh,
The new name.
okay. So the last question we want to tackle, that's the main topic. How can we stand firm in the midst of hardships? How can we stand firm? Something practical.
Okay, so one, I'm a Christian, and there are certain values that I hold on to. Yeah, certain virtues that we all hold on to, and I believe, amidst every situation, you should look at those core values, because the moment you take those core values out, we are messing out. You shouldn't neglect prayer, spending time with God.
Prayer.
God speaks to us when we spend time with Him. Not doing quiet time, I mean spending time. Not just doing rushing through the Bible, but spending time alone with God, quality time. And when we do that, God speaks to us. And when He directs you, He doesn't care about the situation that has happened. He will definitely come through. So I believe as Christians, we shouldn't neglect our core values, the things that we've come to believe in, the things that identify us as Christians. In times like this, we should still hold on to them.
And as Christians, our standard is the word of God. Our standard is the word of God. And so in order to hold on to His promises for us, you have to be a student of the word. You have to read the Bible consistently. That's the only way through which He can speak to you. It's the Bible He's going to speak to you. If you want to know more about God, it's the Bible you go into. So if you want to stand firm, it's the Bible you are still supposed to rely on, because that is our manual as Christians.
And I think you should also associate yourself with people that speak words of encouragement. People that are like-minded like yourself. I mean Christians. When you are with them, when things are getting worse, they encourage you with the word of God. And people like that will not push you to do otherwise.
Apart from that, if we are being practical, I believe we should cut down on our expenses. Yes. We should cut down on our
Stop
expenses.
the fried rice and you go back.
Stop the fried. You
Hey,
leave
go
the
back,
fried
so
rice and
expensive.
then you go.
Oh, it depends on
But
where
that's
you go.
compared to fried rice, right?
Hey.
So we should cut down on our expenses, especially wedding expenses.
Oh yeah.
Especially wedding expenses, especially the women. They should help
And
them.
last year was the year like people really got married, though.
But me personally,
Who really got married
I feel
last year?
2023 is going to be my easiest year. That's what I feel. That's what I feel.
So I think what my brother is saying is true. We should cut down on our expenses. Yeah. Not like you shouldn't eat good things.
Eat healthy.
Eat healthy, but there are certain things that you realize they are not necessary. Just for instance, maybe if your work is so close to you, there's no need of carrying car around, wasting fuel. You can manage maybe walk or maybe some trusky, that kind of thing.
Oh, chiflex, kakra.
You see, when you want to do
Once
that,
in a while in a week, right?
you are just putting a lot of pressure on yourself. Sometimes there's a food joint close to you.
Because I realized when fuel prices increased, a lot of people were not using their card,
Good.
and so our road was so free, no traffic. Oh, it was so nice.
You see, there's a food joint close to you, and you always stick to doing the order, and they will come with charges, extra
the order will
charges.
come with another
So
order.
you have to find ways of at least reducing certain like expenditure that comes your
We are
way.
not saying be a miser, but at least you should budget. You should budget your money, right? So any last word?
And again, being practical, I think with expenditure, try and cook in the house. Yeah, Akua is doing one now. Yeah, she has been cooking in the house. So try and cook your own food, because when you do that, at least you can get enough, save some in the fridge, and at least be eating it in bits.
When you are cooking, buy them in bulk. buy your stuffs in bulk.
Hey,
If you have the money, yeah. You buy the stuffs in bulk. And when you buy it in bulk, that's when you get the best.
Sometimes if you want to even enjoy chicken, you can come together as friends, get it yourself, prepare it, and it's cheaper. Sometimes you get the taste that you want. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're showing us the way. Show us the way. So that is it for today's episode of Aqua's World. I believe you enjoyed this episode, and I believe you were blessed as well. So till next time, it's a bye. Royal wave.